Hello. Do you remember National Treasure, the movie? Nicolas Cage, hidden maps, secret clues, treasures locked in history? Today, though, we will talk about real treasures, relics of saints that are so much more, because these treasures are not about gold, they are about grace. In the movies, the hunt leads to vaults and maps, but our treasure hunt, it leads to the church, where history meets holiness, where relics invite us to prayer, intercession, and closeness to God. On December 14, 2025, in Santuario de San Antonio, Makati, Philippines, we venerated the Pericardium relic of Saint Carlo Acutis. And we can see here in the video the relic inside its reliquary, a part of the pericardium of the saint. And this relic was a first class, or is a first class relic of a saint who lived in our lifetime. So Carlo's story is as follows. He was a boy and later on a teenager who loved computers. But he was deeply devoted to the Eucharist, even calling it my highway to heaven. And see there on the right, that is the pericardium relic that is on the middle of that container called the reliquary. And that rectangular shaped tissue is a part of the sac that surrounded his heart. And that's called the pericardium. And as I mentioned, we took home another treasure. And that's a book, actually a number of books. We bought a number of books entitled Carlo Acutis, Saint of the Young, there in the church. This wasn't nostalgia. This was holiness that was alive. Later that day, at St. James the Great Parish in Alabang, Muntinlupa, we encountered the Pilgrim relic cross of Augustinian saints and blesseds, and the reliquary bust of Saint Rita of Cascia. This was not just a visit, this was grace in motion. Like a final scene of heroes, the saints were present there, not fiction, but reality. Inside that pilgrim relic cross were relics of Saint Augustine, seeker of truth, Saint Monica, mother of persevering prayer, Saint Nicholas of Tolentino, patron of the sick, Saint Clare of Montefalco, patron of heart ailments, Saint Thomas of Villanueva, bishop of the poor, and Saint John Sahagun, advocate of justice and peace. And here shown is the bust, specifically the chest area of Saint Rita of Cascia's relics, and the relics are there inside. And there are first-class relics, which include internal organs, bones, veil, and coffin particles, and the second-class relics include funeral veil, burial clothing. But the true treasure, really, are holiness, intercession, and miraculous grace. Now in National Treasure, the movie, the treasure is locked, untouchable. But these treasures, these relic treasures, they are alive, in the sense that the saints intercede for us. They draw us closer to Christ. They remind us that holiness is possible, miracles are real, and that God is acting in history today. So to families, parents, prayer groups, those carrying impossible cases, the saints walk with us. Let us bring our prayers. Let us bring the sick to them. Let us bring our hearts, because the real national and universal treasure is revealed in faith, relics, and grace. Now lastly, on December 27 and 28, 2025, we also visited the Archdiocesan Shrine and Parish of St. James the Greater in Ibaan, Batangas, where we venerated the relic of St. James the Great, ex ossibus. And we shall see that in the next slide. The ex ossibus means from the bone, meaning this relic was from the bone of Saint James the Great. And it was there in the reliquary also. Okay, reliquary meaning the one that contains the relic. And this is another reminder that God's treasures are living and near. So if Nicolas Cage taught us to look deeper into history, the saints teach us to look deeper into heaven. This is Letters of Paul to the Philippines. If this touched your heart, like, share, and subscribe. And remember, the greatest treasure is not what we discover. It is who we follow. God bless us all.